You're welcome back. The Minister of Finance, Ken Ofori-Atta, says government is focused on merging the Agricultural Development Bank and the National Investment Bank. At a forum organized by the Dankwa Institute on the current banking crisis, he explained the merger of the two banks will promote a congenial atmosphere for government to implement its flagship program, Planting for Food and Jobs.
Discussions on the 7 collapsed banks have dominated conversations in the country over the past weeks. Many Ghanaians have expressed disappointment over the developments, calling for the prosecution of shareholders and bank officials whose actions have led to the crisis, while others have also pointed accusing fingers at the central bank for reneging on its duties. The forum was on the theme, "The Banking Cleanup, Are Depositors Safe?" The Minister of Finance, Ken Ofori-Atta, was emphatic about the need to clean the sector and to ensure a safe financial system.
A banking license is actually, in a very crude way, a license to steal money if there's no regulation. Because essentially you have permission to take your money and my money, and if there's no regulation, you do what you want with it. So when you open the barn, in which therefore there's so much forbearance, and people who receive the licenses, do not meet the fit and proper test, and they themselves are not bankers, you create a certain situation.
He indicated that government is still pursuing the agenda to merge ADB and NIB.
We're looking at NIB, ADB coming together. I think we are still on that course to do that, because at the core of that will then be creating, that capacity to look at this whole industrialization, 1D, 1F, in an organized and structured way with a strong institution that does that.
A legal practitioner, Ace Ankuma, argued that the banking crisis is down to plain stealing, and that attributing it to corporate governance failures is to water down the seriousness of the matter.
That the best way to rob a bank now is not to wear a mask and have a gun, but to own a bank. If you put your hand in it and put it in your pocket, you have been dishonest, you have appropriated, the thing is not yours, you are a thief. So why are we mollycoddling this issue? Why are we talking so nicely about it? Look, if we got that right, the capital adequacy and others might not even come up.
Other speakers tasked the regulator to enforce its laws.
Really, giving money to government will not weigh on your capital adequacy ratio, and that is a fact. So it is not so much about government, but it's about monies that have gone to the private sector in calculating your capital adequacy ratio.
You are my friend.